What's going on in the big old town of LaSalle today, people? That's my best Jamie Hicks impression for those of you who follow him. I'm sure a lot of the same people are going to watch this video that follow him, either to support him or to cause him trouble, either way. But anyway, I want to give a couple quick shout outs to the LP girls bowling team, currently sitting in 7th place at the state tournament. Great job, girls. Finished strong. And Connor Lorden wrestling for the state title from the LP wrestling team. So a bunch of Cavaliers making everybody proud of the state tournaments this weekend. And I wanted to start with a positive and give that shout out to them. Now, a few people may wonder why I'm even bothering to talk about the Carus situation, because I no longer live in LaSalle and I'm no longer in LaSalle City Council. But I have family over there. My parents live in North LaSalle. My brother lives over a lot closer to this affected area. And it is a great concern of mine. I was one who said, give Carus a chance. Let them be a good community partner. See what they're going to do with this. And that's not my attitude anymore. I've seen how they handled it. I've seen how they lied. I've seen how they have dismissed your concerns. And it's very troublesome. I do have to say that when I was the 4th Ward Alderman, that I failed Jamie Hicks. I failed the people who were concerned about all the truck traffic there. The concern at that time was the damage it was doing to the sewer drains, their yards, things like that. And that's where I focused, and I should have dug deeper. Should have found out what was in that warehouse, why there was so much truck traffic. At that time, too, they said, oh, maybe we can use, smaller like box trucks and stuff. It'll be better. Well, that never happened either. I think that Carus doesn't do anything they're not forced to do. They're not a good community partner. Good community partner is like Illinois Cement when they wanted to expand the Nedimmik, and there were a lot of concerns by the residents there about their properties, their wells, other things. And I pushed their leadership and their city and their attorney representative for a master well agreement. They didn't have to give it to me. They didn't have to give it to the residents. They probably would have got a 7-1 vote and been approved and been done with it. But they stepped up and did the right thing. They agreed to a master well agreement for those residents in Dimmick. That's what a good community partner does. They don't run, hide, dismiss your concerns, tell you that it's no big deal. Inga Carus, no big deal. Wow. And you know what I noticed when I looked at their website, when I looked at their leadership team? I don't know a single person in there. They're not from here. They don't live here. They don't have to see those people at church, school, bar, whatever. So it's easy for them to dismiss you. They don't ever have to see you. They don't have to look at you. They don't have to find out, what's happening in your world, what this may do to your families, to your dogs. It's crazy. My brother was looking to move a few years ago and instead decided to build an addition on his house and really put his roots in LaSalle. And now he doesn't know if he can let his kid and his dog out in the yard. That's crazy. That poor dog, I've seen Spartan. He likes when he's outside, he likes to rub his belly on the grass. He's gotten rashes and stuff before from that in the summer and everything. But this is the first time he's ever gotten that in the winter. Is there a reason for that? Is there a reason that it's so bad soon after all this stuff was dumped all over their neighborhood? I don't know. Going to have some follow-ups with some vets and find out what we can find out. But to dismiss people like that who are concerned for their families, for their pets, it's really troublesome. So let's talk about, putting trust in Carus. We now have email information that was FOIA'd, where a representative from Carus said, to the best of my knowledge, that's just spare machine parts in that Apollo warehouse over there. To the best of your knowledge? Wouldn't the right thing to do be to contact a person who would absolutely know and then answer that question? They were playing games, playing semantics, word games. But then when they knew they were busted, had to come back, fall on their sword and say, oh, no, that's right. There are some chemicals and stuff in there. And you guys should know about that because we provide you a report every March. So are they throwing the city under the bus now? I don't know. Who gets that report? The fire chief? The mayor? I have no idea. No, the alderman don't know about it, but I never knew about it. Again, I take my share of the fault for that, for not knowing, for not digging deeper. But no way should a Tier 2 chemical storage facility be behind somebody's yard and them not even know it's in there. That's nuts. Now they're trucking it all out of there. Sure, that's fine. That's great. It should be out of there. But now you've broken the trust of the people who are supposed to be able to rely on you when these kind of situations arise. So now we're supposed to believe what fell on these people is not harmful, that the rain will just wash it away. But yet down at your site, you've got people out there spraying puddles and stuff in the rain. Spraying what? What are you concerned about? The same stuff that flew through the air in huge plumes and dropped on people's cars, houses, some of their pets. But that was no big deal. You were just supposed to go clean up your own stuff. That was not a big deal, right? Hearing from some of these groups like the Sierra Club and stuff and everything through, of course, this is all through people that are dealing with these people directly. I'm not dealing with any of them directly. I'm dealing with the residents that I'm concerned about. Saying that some of the swab samples that they took to tell you that everything is fine and safe is not the proper way to test some of those things. To hear that they didn't test any of those yards for anything other than, I think it's just the potassium permanganate. They didn't test for metals or other things or high levels of other things. I mean, are we just trying to do the bare minimum? That's it? That's a good community partner? Now they say, well, go through your insurance companies and stuff, and, maybe we'll reimburse them, knowing that some of those insurance companies aren't going to touch this situation. So then you're out of luck, right? Out of luck. Do the right thing, Carus. There was a lot more involved in that fire. There's reason for some of these people to be concerned. Do the right thing. Be the community partner you claim to be on your page. I don't know. So here's my challenge, though. I know a lot of these people involved from the city side. Worked alongside a lot of them. Have mad respect for a number of them. So I'm not going to sit here and try to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that. But I am going to say, now's the time. Now you know more than you knew back then. Now you know you can't trust Carus at their word. Now you know that some of these people deserve more testing. They deserve to be confirmed whether or not there is an issue or not. There's nothing that should be above the health and safety of the residents in any situation. So I'm counting on some of you. Step up, whether it's calling Carus to meetings, demanding they be at meetings or whatever. We're going to ask people to come to meetings, talk about the Kaskaskia, but we're not going to demand that Carus show up and answer some more questions directly at a meeting. Come on now, let's go. I know you guys have it in you. I'm not gonna directly come to the meetings or whatever. I don't want to be part of the focus. I've talked to some people there, and I've talked to residents, and I've talked to some other people too that are behind the scenes. That's the other part of this. I know a lot of you wanted to just dismiss Jamie. There's been times in the past where I dismissed Jamie. He's a very energetic, passionate guy when he's got a beef. And this time, he's right. This time, he's got righteous anger. And the groundswell behind him is growing. So, Carus, you can keep playing the game until it comes to a class action lawsuit or something like that. Because believe me, there are a lot of smart people in his camp. And it's growing. This guy's in his camp. So, let's see what happens from here. I think that at this point, he's going to one more meeting, and then he's pretty much done with the city and stuff and everything will just be attorneys and all that kind of thing. So I'm counting on some people at the city to force Carus's hand, do the right thing, and let's make sure that these people are safe. Thanks if you took time to watch this, and God bless.